I'm Laura Smith, and I'm a speech-language pathologist. I've been practicing since 2006. Before that, I was an SLPA, which is an assistant to a speech-language pathologist, and in 2012, I switched my focus to specializing in childhood apraxia of speech after my daughter was diagnosed with it herself. So that's kind of led me to where I'm at here. The video that I'm going to show you is about Henry. He is a toddler, and I've been seeing him for about a year. So we have a pretty good relationship. To preface it, Henry typically comes in, we have a good routine. He usually will read a book with me, we do an activity, and then he gets to play. This particular day, his mom described as unlike any other time she's brought him to my office. He had probably been catching a cold or getting sick, and he had fallen asleep on the way to my office, and she said when they parked, even before he knew anything about anything, he started saying, I don't want to go in, I don't want to go. And so it took her about 7 to 10 minutes to even get him up to my office. And so I'm not going to push too hard when I know that they're sick or they're dysregulated or, something is going on with them. So I would say that I wasn't pushing him as hard in this session, but we still did get a lot of good work out of him. So I'm proud of him for sticking through it. Turn on, what's a YouTube he's liking right now? Should we do a baby shark, Henry? And just chill for a minute? You want to see a baby shark?
No.
Let's see. Good job. Let's see. Let's find YouTube, right? Where's my YouTube?
He loves anything Paw Patrol right now.
Ooh, Paw Patrol. I got Paw Patrol stickers too. Do you want to see?
Yeah.
Let me show you. Oh, you want to see them?
Yeah.
Okay, and look, I got your book. I have a book. We don't have to read, right? So in this activity, I got stickers that I knew he would love. Paw Patrol. He's super into Paw Patrol right now. And the first principle of motor learning when you're treating childhood apraxia of speech, before you do any of the magic, is to inspire motivation, is what we say, because a child has to have some motivation to do the hard work that is speech therapy for apraxia, because therapy for apraxia is it's a very direct form of therapy. It requires a lot of mental power on not only the therapist, but on the child. And it's hard work. And so to get a child motivated to do hard work, we have to find a motivator. There are two different types of motivation. One is intrinsic, one is extrinsic. Rare is the child at this age that just has an intrinsic motivation to work as hard as they possibly can on speech. So a lot of times we are looking for some sort of extrinsic motivator to get them pumped and ready to work. So I had just bought him new Paw Patrol stickers, which was my thought process here. So now, this is the Band-Aid book I promised you, though, where you match the colors. You match the yellow Band-Aid with the yellow Band-Aid.
This documentary is sponsored by Goalie. Finally, a tablet designed with your child in mind, free from toxic ads and junk. Goalie's system builds independence and communication skills. And now it includes an AAC Talker app with every daily skills system purchase. Go to getgoalie.com and save 10% with the code FINDINGWORDS.
And the green with the green. What do you want to do first? Do you want to do Band-Aid book or Henry's book? The Band-Aid book? Okay. And then you can hold on to those stickers. Can you sit on the X for me so I can see your face? Will you sit right here? Offering choices is a great way also to get buy-in, because the kid has a perceived choice, even though it's a controlled choice. They don't just get their view of anything and then take forever to try and pick. So you still give them a sense of power and autonomy by allowing them to pick. There we go. I put an X. Look, we both have an X. That's silly. Henry, look. I have an X too.
Yes, do you see them all? Are those all your friends you love? Yeah. Okay, you go. Oh, Marshall. Yeah. You like Marshall? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And that looks like Marshall, doesn't it? That's
right.
Perfect. It was also a Dalmatian.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
So funny.
What are the odds?
Scoot up there, baby. Sit on your orange. Huh? Yeah, you sit on.
We sit on it like me. We're both on an X marks the spot. Huh? Right? Okay. 5 bandages for 5 owies. Whenever accidents happen, I know we're going to put them in your book. I brought this book for you.
Oh, no.
You want to put a sticker on it?
No.
You don't like the X?
No.
Do you want to match an orange? Oh, there's no orange? Oh, there's orange.
Yeah.
Do you want to put it on?
Yeah, no.
Okay, you just wanted to match it.
Yeah.
Okay, whenever accidents happen, these friends know exactly what to do to make everything all better. Oh no, dog wasn't looking where he was going.
Yeah.
Ow! Oh, he hurt his paw, Henry. Let's say, oh no.
Oh, no.
Good talking. We gotta find his Band-Aid. Where's the doggy's Band-Aid? Nice. And you put it on his paw?
Yeah.
Kiss it. Put a Band-Aid. You put it. Nice. I heard on. It makes everything all better. So that strategy I just used there is called the pause technique, and it's really effective in getting them to spontaneously say the word themselves as opposed to me having them repeat it after me, because it puts another cognitive load on them to plan and program the movements themselves. A lot of times if I just give them the word, if I were to have said, say on, that can still act as a cue, and cues are great. It's great when we get a child to the point where they can imitate, but for them to truly, what we say, have obtained true motor learning of the target, they have to be able to produce themselves, like the word themselves, independently with a variety of different people in a variety of different environments. If they're not able to do that and they're just relying on a model, they actually do not have true motor learning of the word. So it's a really effective technique, I find, for that.
When I was watching this stuff back, I noticed Henry often would be like, no, no, to things, but you wouldn't necessarily take it 100% serious. Is he understanding that he's saying no when he's doing that? Is he struggling to just come up with words?
We'll have to find a specific example. I feel like Henry absolutely knows when he's saying no, but if like in that situation where he was saying no, he was fine reading the book, but he was telling me no because he wanted to match the color. He loves matching, and so I knew that he was just like, no, stop talking, stop, until I can tell you what I want to tell you. Like, that's why I just let it go. Yeah, so, oh no, he definitely, his comprehension is actually sick. Like, I feel like it's really high, yeah. Whether that's good or bad for him. Watch out! Let's say that. Watch out.
Out.
Good. Henry, can you round your lips? Let's go. Ow. Out.
Oh, yeah. Out.
That was pretty good. High five. Good talking. Watch out. Monkey swung too fast and bumped his head. Okay, so I'll just talk about that one too. So things I was doing there was the pause technique again. So pausing for him to come up with out on his own. He did, and then from there I could shape it. So he said ought, and again, Apraxia is planning and programming the movements for speech. So it's not so much he can't say all those sounds, it's putting those sounds in order and kind of producing them, that movement nice and smooth. So with principles of motor learning, you give them really specific feedback at first on what they need to do with their mouth. So that's how you heard me say, like, oh, I heard ought, let's round your lips this time. Out. And then I also slowed down, which is another strategy to slow down and attempt what I would call simultaneous production. So I attempt to produce it with him. So he has the benefit of hearing my model, looking at my mouth in real time with him, and then producing it correctly.
And I was going to ask you too, with apraxia versus traditional speech therapy, how much of that, like owl, like rounding your mouth and stuff, are those directions given by comparison of the two?
Oh, it's completely night and day. With other approaches for speech sound disorders, we are typically not telling the child what we need them to do with their lips or mouth. We're just focused on the sounds. So let's say if a child said tar for star, I'm not going to say what to do with your tongue to make an S. I'm just going to say, oh, start with your hissing sound or start with that S and star. As opposed to, we would really be giving the child a lot of feedback with these sounds and the movements of the sounds together for apraxia. Ow!
Ow.
Round your lips with me. Ooh, lips. Ow!
Ow.
Ow! Clean it. Oh, we gotta get his Band-Aids over here. Clean it, kiss it, put a Band-Aid on it.
Yeah.
Where's Monkey? You got it. We're gonna put it. Oh, I heard ah. Don't forget your engine sound. Ready? On. On. Good job. High five. I heard on. So that was another good example where I'm giving cueing. Cueing is also really important in the treatment of apraxia. So similar to feedback, we're telling them what to do with their mouth. We also give them cues, and especially with little kids, I and a lot of other therapists who specialize in this come up with our own verbal cues. So N is the engine sound, like n, 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 and you teach them that. Or T might be the tapping sound. I haven't said that to him yet in this one. So that helps them remember, oh yeah, my engine sound is n, and so then on. And again, it's another way for them to put the planning and programming in their own brain so that they're not just relying on the model.
Makes everything all better. Oops! Sheep jumped as high as she could, but it wasn't high enough. Ow! I heard on. Henry go, ooh. Good, you're going to end with those ooh lips, okay? And let's go, ow. Can you look at Laura? Look at Laura's mouth. Let's do it together. Ow. Ow. Look at Laura. Ow. Look at Laura. Oh. Ooh. Nice ooh lips. Good job.
Looking can be really hard for kids with apraxia for a multitude of reasons. One is that speech is really hard, so making eye contact with someone while you're doing something that's extremely difficult is hard on them, and it'd be similar to any adult. You know, I liken it to, I'm terrible at math, that's why I'm a speech therapist. So if someone was even asking me to do basic math in my head, I have to look away while I do those calculations. And so we need the kids to look at our face, but we also have to understand that it's really hard for them to do so when they're also thinking so hard about what they're doing. Another thing about eye contact is that it can cause a lot of anxiety. So kids with, on the spectrum, but even just of different neurodivergent types can struggle with that anxiety piece, and zeroing in your eyes on them can make them really anxious. So some strategies, it'll be in another part, so I guess I'll mention it then, but some strategies I use for that is I might have my face and I want them looking at me, but I will avert my eyes. As long as I can see in my peripheral they're looking at my mouth, that's what I need to reduce that pressure. So
where's Sheep? There he is. Clean it, kiss it, put a Band-Aid. You put it. Oh, I heard your engine sound too. I heard on, and your tongue was up there. Good job. Makes everything all better. Who's next, do you think? Should we see?
Yeah.
Do you have your chalker?
No.
You don't want to use it?
No.
I was thinking we could guess because we know there's only 2 animals left. Do you want to guess which one it is?
Yeah.
Who might it be? We go to our animals? Who do you think it is?
No.
You don't want to use it? Okay, that's okay.
this was interesting because this is the first time I've ever seen Henry refuse me modeling on a talker. So I do that with a lot of my clients have talkers as well, or AAC devices, and I am supportive of them, but I don't teach them their AAC device specifically. They usually have another speech therapist who's teaching them that while I'm working on the verbal speech, but he's always been amenable to me modeling it or coming up with vocabulary on it. And so this was another symptom of his dysregulation or just feeling sick. For whatever reason, he didn't want me to use the talker. I wasn't going to fight it, but that was interesting because that's the first time that's ever happened.
Let's see who it is. Is Elephant. Oh dear, Elephant got scared and ran away right over her own trunk. Henry, let's say, oh no.
Oh no.
I liked your O-lips, Henry. Oh no, we gotta get it. Oh, this came off the sheep.
Huh?
Here, there we go. Okay, can we find the elephant? Good job.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna put it?
Huh?
Right, I think right there. That's where her owie was, huh? You put it. Nice engine sound again. I heard on.
So also with therapy for apraxia, I remember when I was going to conferences when I was younger and watching similar to something like this where the SLP was working on one word. I was like, this kid needs a lot of help. Like, why are we just working on one word ad nauseum through this whole thing? Well, as I got more training, I realized that as part of principles of motor learning, we do develop typically a small target word list that's functional, that then we get a lot of repetition, and a small functional word list helps us maximize the number of repetitions. And that's important because in principles of motor learning, we have different practice schedules, and the first one being mass practice, and mass practice being exactly as it implies, just a lot of productions of the target word or the target syllable shape. And so to do that, that's what I'm doing when I'm picking like the books I'm choosing or the activities I'm doing. And in my head, I know what their functional word list, and so these words are part of it. On, out, oh no, things that I'm cueing here.
All.
A.
Good. All. Can you try be?
Ba.
Da.
Da.
Good. Can we put those together? Bed.
Ba. Ba.
Good trying. I heard but. Good trying.
So I am probing here for CV words. That's a consonant vowel. And we are probing through our sessions to see how we can advance the child and move them forward, and maybe what additional targets or syllable shapes might we be able to add. And in addition, I'm doing something called word approximations. Word approximations are a simplified way to model a word better. That R can be hard for lots of kids, not just kids with apraxia. And so I'm simplifying it to bed-da to see if he was stimulable for it. But as you saw, then when he put it together, he simplified it even more to like baba, which is where he's at right now. So it's what I expected from him, but I'm still probing to see if he's stimulable for it.
And I'm curious too, how many words for a while have to be just their version of a word before it can be the real one? Because I know throughout the videos I've seen that, and with my own kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm curious if you could speak a little bit about like how much do you just accept that it's their version of the word, and then work with them to get to the version that we all know and accept as the normal.
Yeah, interestingly enough, the concept of word approximations is controversial in the field. There are SLPs who subscribe to it, I being one of them, and there are SLPs who do not. And the theory behind that is if we are modeling an incorrect production of the target, we are not working on those precise movements, which I understand the sentiment, but not only do we just have research that came out, I just did a podcast on it where they discovered that word approximations are in fact helpful. I saw it anecdotally with my daughter, which is why I'm a fan, and now I see it obviously as an SLP in practice. But you know, with my daughter, her name's Ashlyn, and she wouldn't even attempt to say her name. But when the therapist, when the SLP was like, oh wait, she can say in, and then she could also say shoe. Maybe she can say ash because she has that SH. And then she was like, try this, say ash. And she was like, ash. And she was like, try in. And she was like, in. So we cut out that L because L is a later developing sound. It can be a little harder motorically. And from then on out, she said her name Ashen. So I was like, fan of word approximations, going to use them. And we accept word approximations, or as you said, we accept their own version of the word until we can, like, we keep probing to see if we can get a more refined version of the word. So Henry also produces water, wawa, and I taught him to do it that way because most people understand if a young child is saying wawa, oh, you want water. But I keep probing to see if I can do the water, and he's not there yet. So bedder was similar to the word water in terms of just your lip movements. And so, yeah. Beba was what I expected, but I'm still probing. And then if we can get it on a probe, that's when we want to change it right away and do a more refined version of the word.
Let's see. Who's this?
Bear.
Nice trying. It is a bear. Look out. Bear. Ow. Got on his bottom.
Oh my gosh, I have more to say. So kids with apraxia commonly present with vowel errors. And so in the case of Henry, his difficulty with out by saying ought is a vowel error, obviously, but it's also an error with what we call diphthongs. Diphthongs are two vowels together. So ow is actually a-oo, I is actually a-e. And so combining those vowels together can be very challenging for children with motor speech issues. And so you see that pretty well in Henry. And then also when he said bear, the vowel again, we wouldn't expect them to have a refined R yet, probably at this age, but the vowel in bear is still really distorted. A lot of kids who would have just a typical, like if you had phonological disorder, they would just say it's a bail. And that's how they would say it. So his is really distorted as he's really trying to plan the movements for those vowels.
That's funny. He poked his bottom. Ouch. That's funny. Ouch. Nice. Can you say ow for me? Let's go. Ow.
Oh.
Good job. You have a tissue, Mom?
I don't think I do. Want me to run to the bathroom?
I just cleaned everything out. Yeah.
Come here. I've got a coat.
There we go. Moms are good at this.
Got it.
There we go.
While we showcase Mom here, people are often surprised to discover I always encourage parents to be in my session. I'm with the child, even, if I'm with a child 4 days a week for 30 minutes, I am not the predominant person in the child's life. And so parents can and do get very good at understanding what the targets are, knowing what the targets are, learning how to cue them, learning the feedback that I'm giving, and they are, at many points in time, once they go through this process with me, just as competent as me in cueing them and giving them feedback as I am for their target words. So I always have parents in the session. And a lot of therapists will say, well, isn't the child distracted? Yeah, like for the first couple sessions, a lot of times they are, but the bang for my buck, like what I get out of having a parent there is much better than if I just had a perfect 30-minute session where they never had attention, so.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go find that bear's Band-Aid. There he is. Ooh. Clean it, kiss it, put a Band-Aid on it. Good job, you put it. Nice, Henry. Makes everything all better. What color is Bear's Band-Aid?
Boo.
Good job. You had nice lips with that boo, Henry.
Boo.
Right. Can you do that with ow?
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Good job. Do you want your coat off?
No.
Oh, okay. Looks like you were taking it off. Dog, monkey, sheep, elephant, and bear. No, it's true. Clean it, kiss it, put a Band-Aid on it. Makes everything all better.
Oh.
I like how you're trying that all. Good job. Look at what they're doing to elephant. Where are they putting the Band-Aids? They're putting them? Nice, Henry. Good job. Did you like it?
Yeah.
Okay, now we have to clean it up. Do you think you can match the colors?
Yeah.
You're so good at matching colors, right?
Yeah.
You want to go through? Let's see. Let's find this one. Marshall.
What?
Yeah, it's like that, Marshall, right? Where does it go? Good job, Henry. Let's try put. We're going to start with our popcorn sound. Watch Laura's mouth. Right, that is. Good job. We're going to go puh. Watch Laura. Puh.
Yeah, so there I'm doing it. I'm averting my eyes. So I'm facing him. This is hard. I know this is going to be hard because a CVC syllable shape is hard for him. So a VC, which is a vowel consonant, like on, up, out, those VC words are kind of where we're at in terms of his, we call it zone of proximal development. That's what he's stimulable for, and that's what I'm cueing. So I know by adding another consonant at the beginning and making it a consonant vowel consonant, he's going to struggle. But I'm still probing to see if I can get it using my cues, and I'm averting my eyes now because I know that this is going to be anxiety provoking for him because he knows it's hard too.
Nice. Can you put those together? Put. You whispered it. Good job. Okay, who's next? What color?
Okay, so groping is another thing you can see in kids with childhood apraxia of speech. It's where it's usually done in the direct therapy process where we're directing them to say a word or a target, and you can almost see like their mouth searching for what it's supposed to do and maybe getting it or not getting it, but you can see this like groping for the sounds. So that's something that we look for in apraxia as well. Oh, and then the other thing I want to mention about this is that a lot of therapists I see when people send me videos to do consultations, a lot of therapists stay at the broken up part. So at first I did break it up. I said, let's try it like this, say puh, and then t. Well, that's broken up. We don't talk like that. We don't say puh. So then you immediately want to go back and have them blend it because that's the natural way to do it. So same when I did better, I broke it up at first, but then I went back to blend it. In this word put, it's the same. I broke it up at first and then went back to blend it to see if he could blend it, and he couldn't both times. The other thing to note about this is prosody is affected in kids with apraxia. Prosody, people typically think of tone, intonation, things like that. But with apraxia, we see prosodic disturbances a lot with usually equal syllable, what do I want to call it? It's like equal syllabic stress. There we go. We see problems with equal syllabic stress. So instead of banana, we might hear them say banana, and they sound really more robotic, maybe a little monotone. Again, difficulty moving from one syllable shape to the next. And I think what is a lesser known thing that happens in apraxia, and this is across the board, even with adults who have grown up with apraxia that I have interviewed on my podcast, is difficulty with volume. So some kids, I have to actually teach them how to whisper. Some, as you saw Henry here, he resorted to a whisper as opposed to turning his voice on. That can be a strategy in speech therapy we can use sometime. If we take away the voice, it might be easier for them to just use the movements, like imitate the movement with me. And so we will see that. Some adults have said that they don't realize they talk as loud as they do due to having apraxia, and some adults said that they couldn't get their volume up due to apraxia. So it's really interesting, and it's a lesser known talked about feature that can be part of CAS.
What color do you think is next?
Yeah.
Do you think it's purple? Let's see. Oh, it was green. Should we find purple? How about you pick? Henry, pick. There it is. Good job. Okay, what color? Laura's favorite. Can you go purple? Good, nice purple. Good popcorn sounds. And you put it on. Let's use your popcorn again. Go puh. Close. Good job. You got closer.
So the other thing we want to do is our tendency as therapists and even as parents is just to praise them for working so hard. And so we will say, good job. But in the initial stages especially, we want to make sure that our feedback acknowledges that they did work hard but wasn't quite right. So I did say good job, but then I qualified it with, oh, I heard this, but that was a really good try. So even if I do catch myself saying good job and it wasn't technically a good job because it wasn't accurate, then you make the qualifier. Like, I like how you really tried, or I could tell you were really moving your lips, or something encouraging. So
let's use your whole brain for talking. Ready? Put. Yes, we got it. Fist bump.
No.
Okay, no worries. What color should we do next?
Yeah.
Green. Okay. Like, who else is wearing green? Oh, that one's wearing green. And hen.
Yeah.
Who else is? You tell me. Hen. Good job. Hen is wearing green. Aren't you, Henry? Oh, we're going for green. That's right. Almost forgot what I was doing. Good job. Let's put it on. Nice matching. Good job. You put it. Let's say put. Can you look at Laura and do it? We're going to end with a tapping sound, okay? Watch Laura. Watch Laura. Watch Laura's mouth. Put. Put. One more try.
No.
Okay. Let's just say on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put it
Um.
on.
okay, so yeah, I'm not going to fight a kid. I had a supervisor once tell me that you want to avoid engaging in power struggles with kids in speech because they will win. They can decide if they are going to talk to you or not. You cannot make them talk. So I do try to always, I feel like I'm always playing this dance with how far can I push? Can I push a little farther? Can I push? And if I get pushed back, I immediately accept that boundary. Nope, that was too far. He's done. So that I don't try to view it as a disciplinary thing. And these kids are limited in their communication. And so any communication they can give me, whether that's behavior or with their words, I'm going to honor it because they can't explain to me in ways other kids might be able to. So, yeah.
And what are some things that parents can do that would be similar prompts when they might notice some resistance from their kid, or they just need to kind of coach them on in ways like that? What are some things that you sometimes bring them, have your parents bring home with them as well?
I love that question because that's a frequently asked question, because a lot of kids who have communication problems do exhibit behaviors, and they might be undesirable behaviors. And so things that I say is a lot of times just validating as though, and put in, give them the words as though you were talking to another kid who did have the words. What would that kid say? That kid might say, no, I don't want to do that. Or I want that train. I don't want to play with the cars. Or I don't want to leave. And you validate. And Henry's mom has gotten really, really good at this. She'll be like,
This documentary is sponsored by Goalie. Transform your child's daily routines with Goalie's daily skills system. Empower them to master self-care and independence. If you're a parent working on your kids' executive functioning challenges, discover a solution at getgoalie.com. Save 10% on your goalie with code FINDINGWORDS.
I know you don't want to go home. You want the train. I hear you. And so I feel like as adults, we're also that way. So you might have, road rage or traffic was horrible and you come home and you just want to tell your spouse, you don't need them to say anything. You just want that validation, like get it out. Like, oh, this was so frustrating, and they don't have that to do it. So a lot of times if you do just validate what they're feeling, even if it's still not the desired outcome they want, they will de-escalate because they felt heard. Like, okay, like, yes, I hear you want the train, but mommy said it's still time to go, things like that. So Bridget's gotten really, really good at that. And yeah, sometimes just giving choices too, if they are in a meltdown, and being like, okay, yes, I hear you. How about we do this or that? And that can de-escalate too.
Where'd your engine sound go? Let's try it on this time, okay?
No.
Where are we going to put it? We're going to put it. Yay. You put it.
No.
Do you want stickers? We're going to do stickers and play, right? Let's say our word, and then we'll do it. Let's say,
No.
Okay. Are you feeling sick today or tired?
No.
I think you might be, but that's okay.
So I'm trying to give him that validation. He said no, but we all know he was sick. He ended up sick the next day, but he might not have even realized he's sick. He just knew he was dysregulated and very unhappy with me.
Last one. Nice, you're so careful. Good job. You put it. Nice, Henry. Good job. Okay. So I thought we'd decorate your book with stickers. Look, I put everybody.
Sorry, I just have to say, and you can cut this out, but I won in the end, if you noticed.
So I thought we'd decorate your book with stickers. Look, I put everybody in here.
No.
You don't want a book?
No.
What does Henry want to do? Do you want to put stickers on like a piece of paper?
No.
Wait, tell me. Maybe you can use your talker and tell Laura what you want to do.
No.
Okay, Henry.
There was the break the ice I mentioned. Remember with the penguin?
Should we do break the ice?
Yeah.
This is a fun one. Let's do this one.
Henry doesn't typically hit either, so this was atypical. Like him doing a physical movement told me we are way out of our comfort zone. That would just not be something he would do. A lot of times if we even acknowledge the behavior when I've never seen it before, I will have that behavior continue because they saw power in it. So I don't even, as you noticed, acknowledge the behavior because that behavior had no power and I didn't give it power. It's really hard to do sometimes if you're a human and you might be dysregulated yourself as a therapist or having a bad day to be like, but like you really, like sometimes I even say I'm an actress because I have to rein it in because I know I could be reinforcing that behavior for the future. And he's like, oh, that worked. I just hit it and didn't have to do it. So.
Okay, we got to dump it. Nice. I heard your tapping sound on out. They're out. Okay. The penguin, right? We got to put all these. Do you remember what this was called?
Huh?
You like this in your water, right?
Yeah.
What do you put in your water? Is it ice?
Yeah.
What do you put in it? Whoa, good hissing sound at the end, Henry. Ice. I like ice too. Okay, we got to put it in. Can you help me put it in? I need help, Henry. In. Good job. In. Are you sniffing? I don't see anything yet. I think he's okay.
Woke up pale.
Aww.
And then I text you, but I can't find the text, so I never went through. It must
Okay.
be some other Laura got that. And then I let him just relax, and then he did have, I would say, like a little fever, and I gave him medicine, and he felt good and ready, and he slept on the way here, and then when we got here, was like,
Oh.
told me on the talker, but before we even saw the video, guys.
Okay.
So
it was just a day.
It was just a day, and I was like, of all the days, Henry, this is the one.
I mean, it happens with kids. Good job. You're doing good. You are. You're doing great. I might need to help you. Let me know. Do you need some help?
Yeah.
You could tell me to say help.
No.
You need help, right?
No.
Where do I put it?
Mm.
Nice. In, Henry. I heard your engine sound. In. Last one. Ugh. I gotta put it.
Mm.
Yeah, good job. In. I heard it. Nice looking. Okay. Good job. Okay, and this one, where does it go? Do you think you could do it? We'll go a little bit after. You almost got it. Ah, shoot. I'll help?
No.
No help?
No.
Do you want to try again?
No.
So what should we do?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, turn it that way. I'm frustrated. That is so frustrating. Okay, you don't want to say it on there either? I'll help you, okay? All right, can you take the penguin? Where does he go? Where does he go? Yep, right there. You put it.
Mm.
Oh, in. Yeah, you did put it in the hole. Oh, I get my favorite?
Yeah.
What color is my favorite?
Yeah.
Purple.
Purple.
Yeah,
Oh.
good talking. Okay, who's going first?
Mm.
You?
Yeah.
Okay, hen. That corner one is always hard. Oh no. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Good talking. Wait, does Laura get a turn? Uh-oh. Can we take turns?
No.
You want to do it all by yourself?
Yeah.
All of it? Okay, who's going to do all of it? Let me hear it good. Me.
Mm.
As close, can you use your mama sound? Me.
Mm.
Good trying, Henry. I heard hen. Okay, go ahead. Smash it. Oh, no. It's just one of those days, isn't it, Henry? You want to smash the outside? Oh, yeah. Put him like that and then smash the rest of it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, good job, Henry. Okay. It's time to clean up, Henry. Yeah. Clean up. Clean up. Thank you, Henry. Good job. Everybody, everywhere. Clean up. Clean
Up.
nice. Everybody do your share. Clean up. Clean
Up.
nice talking, Henry. Up. Everybody, everywhere. Clean up. Clean
Up.
everybody do your share. Good job. Thank you, Henry.
There's one more by your foot, Hin Hin.
Huh?
Oh, Mom said there's one by your foot. Can you grab that one for us?
It's right here, Peanut.
It's right here.
There it is.
There you go. Good job. That was fun. Do you want to take those stickers?
Yeah.
Do you want all of them? Do you want those or a dinosaur? You want the Paw Patrol? Can you tell me? Can you tell me paw?
Pop.
Yeah, let's say I
I
want
love
paw.
pop.
Okay, you can have the Paw Patrol. High five. Good job.
So mom's face in the background says it all. He's never done that before, so that's why she's having that reaction. So carrier phrases are a way we can get them to. A carrier phrase is a word, and like a phrase like I want, I need, I choose, I pick, and we do this a lot as SLPs, regardless of apraxia or not. So it's just another way to build their language, get them requesting with more words, and Yeah, he was able to do that whole thing. So that was really exciting. And he doesn't even know he did it.
And how long would you say that you had been working on it before you actually achieved it?
So that was a probe. I was probing to see if it would work. And I had a feeling it would work because I know he can say I know he could say pa because he can say CVs, consonant vowels. And the want was the iffy one. The want was a CVC. And as you saw, I wasn't as successful with put, but I was able to get hen. And I've thought maybe if I do a word approximation to what, he can get that tap on the end, and he did. So this was strictly a probe, but now it'll be a goal. The fact that I got it, it becomes a goal now for sure.
Thanks for coming to play with me. I would have been sad if I didn't see you. You want more?
Yeah.
What do you potentially want to play with? Will you ask the photographers to ask her if Marissa can stay later, if we did do more? Because now he's in the groove. I know I got a new truck. Who does the garbage trucks in Paw Patrol? Which one does it? Is it the orange one?
No.
Is it this one? He does the garbage trucks?
No.
The green one. Look, because this one's green. Should we do you want to see the garbage truck?
Yeah.
Okay, let's tell Laura. Who wants to see it? You're going to say, E. And we're going to put those together. Me. Good trying, Henry. So close, honey. I'm reading in.
It's probably the last thing I'll say about this video now, but with that, extreme lip movements like O or E can be really hard for kids with motor speech issues. So, and then combining those with another sound can be equally as challenging. So when you heard me say throughout this series, like good O lips, good oo lips, I like how your lips are round, that was, he came in not being able to do that. So the fact that he is able to say like boo for blue or ow even to round the lips is huge. That's something we had to work on. That E is still really hard. And so I'm trying to get it blended there with him. I'm doing another probe. Me is still a target I have for him. When he's better regulated, he will give me more trials and more tries.
We're going to follow Nathaniel along in his journey and check in 6 to 12 months to see what progress he's made. Subscribe to our channel to see the next episode of Finding Words. Support our sponsor by buying or gifting a Goalie Daily Skill System for a child in your life. Go to getgoalie.com and save 10% with code FINDINGWORDS.
I didn't push it here, but as you noticed too, again with the feedback, I didn't say good job, I just said good try. I could tell you're trying really hard. It wasn't right, and they need to know that, because otherwise if we reinforce that, oh good job, they think, oh I did it, and we can't reinforce that either. So
Mom know what to take away from all this.
she knows the target words that we're working on. So and yeah, so like she knows, like the probes know, but I give them that book that I had of theirs. That book that I had of theirs is their list of initial target words that I develop, and it contains pictures or representations of pictures of words or word approximations that I'm working on. So the book is fun. Typically, Henry wasn't into it today, but it's typically fun because it has their own family and their own items and their own things from home. And they usually like to look at it and talk about it. And then from there, I found that even with my own child, sitting down and doing homework was a challenge. And I'm an SLP. And so it was way easier for me to know what the targets were and that those targets were functional. And then I could just incorporate it out the day. Like if I have a target like out or on, that's super easy. Take you out of the high chair, out of the bathtub, out of the car seat. I can get lots of practice in a more natural way. And actually, that is also a principle of motor learning called distributed practice, where we have mass practice, which is that what I'm doing in the session over and over and over and over. And then distributed practice actually helps with that carryover and transfer that we talked about to get it into spontaneous speech. So parents can be some of the best facilitators of distributed practice, which is really important in getting that transfer from, needing cues to produce the target to getting it into their independent speech.
Is that book something that you think like all parents who are going through this process should probably make at home? Like what are some of the best at-home things that maybe somebody who isn't even in speech therapy right now can kind of adapt or start noticing and then cater things towards?
Yeah, I would say that it's really important for at least a parent possibly to get an evaluation through an SLP who specializes, because that SLP is going to take a sound and syllable inventory, and that's how we develop the word list that we know is going to be. And we're also testing cues, we're testing feedback, we're testing strategies, like were these strategies effective, were they not? That's what I keep talking about with probing. And so at least an evaluation would be helpful, and then getting a list of target words. I do like this book. It's my favorite format. It's just a little picture photo album that's all their own. They tend to like that. But other things I've done, because I do see kids on telehealth, are put the words like in a PowerPoint, and they have the list of the targets that we're working on, things like that. But I would say that it's very important for everyone to be on the same page, and this includes if you have a school speech and a private speech or another speech, everyone's on the same page knowing what the target words are. Yeah, and I'm done with Henry at 1804. I don't think I need to say anything about him unless you want me to talk about his behavior at the end, because it goes south, but.
You could touch on it.
Okay, here, we'll go scroll.
Bring Henry so close, honey. I'm hurrying in. Okay, cool. Let's see what this is about. This is so fun, Henry. You noticed the new toy in my office right away. Smart. The trash cans.
Yeah.
You want to open it?
Yeah.
Open it. How does it open? Can you figure it out? I think it's from the bottom. Try the bottom. Uh-huh. Nice. And then we gotta dump it.
Ah.
Nice. I heard good job. Okay. So then, watch.
Uh-oh.
It's supposed to I think you're supposed to be able to get it. And then you put it on, and you lift it up, and then it goes in. It pushes it in. Do you want to try?
Oh no.
You want it to close?
No.
Let's see. Oh, this one doesn't have a lid, hun. That's why it's not closing. Maybe there's one in here. Nope. It's just this lid is lost. How many yellows do you have? Or that's not what I meant to say. How many greens do you have? Is there one or two? You're sorting them? Good job. That's all there is in this one. Oh, you know what? I have some in that truck too.
Yeah.
Wait, I'll have him ask for it. Do you want this one?
Yeah.
Who wants that one, Henry? Let's try me again. Look at Laura. Look at my mouth. Me. That was me. You're getting closer, Henry. Okay. Henry wants this one. Let's see. I think there's some in here.
Huh?
Yes, let's take them. Ouch, I want those ooh lips when you went ooh. Yeah, good. Use that in ow. Look at Laura.
Ah.
Ow. Out.
Ah.
Oh, you almost had it. Good try. Okay. How does this one open? Oh, you got it. Ooh. I thought there was another one in there. Is there another one?
No.
That's it? Just one? That's okay. That's still cool, right? Ooh, big trucks. Honk, honk. Are they going to pick up the trash cans?
Yeah.
Okay. Put one on.
Huh?
You sure?
Yeah.
You figure it out. Whatever you want to do. Is that one not coming off?
Yeah.
These trash cans are crazy. There we go. Oh, I see your plan. Okay, pick it.
Up.
Good, up and up, and dump it. I heard it. Can you get your engine sound? In. Nice, Henry. In. Woo! Good job. Fun.
Yeah.
You want to use this one?
Yeah.
Let's say I
I
want
what?
that.
Up.
Let me use your daddy sound. Dat. Nice. I want that. Good job. It's over hold yourself back over there. What's in there? It's hard to get open. Let me know if you need help. I'm not sure I'll be any help, but I can try. Henry want to do it, huh? Oh man. I don't know if it's gonna work if this snapped off. That might be the problem, Henry. Let's see. No, it's snapped back on. There we go. Open. Is there trash inside?
No.
No trash. Empty. You put it.
What?
Ooh, what's this little system you have here? Put it in. Nice. Are you gonna put this one in, or is this one broken?
Yeah.
It's broken, so we don't want to play with that one. Okay, cool. Okay, Henry. We could do one more thing, and then we gotta clean up. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's time to go.
You go.
Are you all done?
Yeah.
Okay, good job. Clean up. I'm gonna put this back up on the shelf. Okay. Was that fun?
Yeah.
Everybody, everywhere. Can you help me?
No.
Where does it go? Does it go down or up?
Up.
You're right. I'm putting it right up here. Okay, Henry, what do you get as a snack after this? Oh, you got your blue lunch bag. Henry, I hope you feel better. Where do you want to go? Home. Can you tell Mama go home?
You want me to carry this? I literally bribed him like, you can ride your scooter.
I'm glad you had it in the car. That's nice.
Thank you, Miss
All right,
Laura.
bye, Bridget.
I'm so sorry about that. Have a great week.
No, it worked out.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, I guess he didn't have much behaviors at the end. For some reason, I thought he did. I did let him get away with not cleaning up, though. Typically, I do. Kids know they're supposed to clean up. So again, I'm giving him some leeway here because I knew he wasn't feeling well. Yeah.
And I'm curious with some of the questions I heard too, because you were like asking about, whether he wants to go home or if he's not going to use that one because the lid is broken. Is that just so that way you can understand his thinking and therefore be able to adapt and improvise in the moment when you know you're having a tough day?
Yeah, and it's a way for me to also learn his conversational style. Because you can learn like their prosody. Like when he was like, that usually means like, yep, exactly. Or where he's like, no, like I know that he's like, no, that's not what I meant, So it's a way for me to just get to know them too and their gestures and, what they mean by certain things. So also as a speech language pathologist, we're always focused on fostering language development. So the more that we can describe things around them, give them that vocabulary that they're not speaking about, putting words to what they see in front of them is just another way to promote a language.
I noticed too that when like you and Mom were celebrating when he put the 3 words together and things like that too, and then you're kind of almost empathizing, saying let's go home. How much of that is almost like a alliance or like a unspoken relationship that you develop with the parents as you work with them?
Yeah. Well, with the parents or the child, I would say that like I want to be the child's friend. I don't want to be seen as like the scary doctor or teacher. So yeah, I do want to sympathize with them. Like, yeah, we want to go home, huh? And a lot of times I told Bridget once, I remember we had a conversation where I was like, sometimes the enemy is the routine or the enemy is time. There was one time when I first met him that he was having total meltdown, and her tendency would be, any parent's tendency is to be mortified and take them out of the room and be like, this is obviously a really bad day. And I was like, let's set a timer and keep him here for 10 minutes or just 5 minutes so that he knows. And then I sympathized him with him. Like, yeah, like and I didn't put any demands on him. I tried to regulate him during that time. My goal was to regulate, but essentially it was to also, I was sympathizing with him. Like, I can tell that you're not happy. You want to go home. I hear you, Henry. Like, what if we tried this? And I'm trying sensory strategies to also see if that'll help in another moment of dysregulation. So yeah, we all want to be a team. I feel like the goal is alliance with parents, client, and SLP. Like we're all kind of in the trenches together.
This documentary is sponsored by Goalie. Transform your child's daily routines with Goalie's daily skills system. Empower them to master self-care and independence. If you're a parent working on your kids' executive functioning challenges, discover a solution at getgoalie.com. Save 10% on your Goalie with code FINDINGWORDS.